Start it again.
I was born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built, we forever unite. And that's the deal. I was born to
So only the people on Facebook can hear me.
Born to Ride is sponsored in part by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL, representing riders since 1988. Offices throughout Florida, 1-800-FL-LEGAL. If Instagram is your thing, we're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at #Born to Ride Motorcycle Media, your #1 motorcycle resource.
Thanks for tuning in to Born to Ride TV, the longest running biker TV show in the world. This week, we salute Dad, our fathers. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers who are born to ride. We'll go back inside the vault. Classic Father's Day features from 25 years of Born to Ride. Happy Father's Day. All this and more here on Born to Ride.
All right, thanks for tuning in to Born to Ride TV. You know, today's Father's Day, so I have my father here and I have my children. I'm pretty blessed to have such beautiful children and to be such a young father. And we have 3 generations right here in front of you. And Dad, it's good to have you here on Father's Day.
Thanks, Ron. And it's good to be here with you 3. And believe me, there's nothing like these 2. They're the joys of my life, believe me. And you also, you did a good job growing up and becoming what you are today. And I sure am proud. I'm proud to be a father and a grandfather to these 2 lovely children.
Well, thanks, Dad. You've always been there for me. And to all the fathers out there, I want to wish you guys a happy Father's Day. And we have a great show coming up for you. And I just want to say, Dad, I love you. And to kids, I love you guys, too.
I love you all. Wonderful.
Okay, so stay tuned right here for more on Born to Ride.
Have a nice day.
Hi, this is Dave Perowitz, and you know when I'm down south, first thing I do is search out a copy of Born to Ride, because I love reading it.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Born to Ride Radio. I am Dave the Flashman Morgan. Apologize for our delay. If you had a problem with the stream, for some reason Facebook just freaked out on me. I don't know what just happened right there, but
Driver error.
Honest to goodness, I just did this great suck-up job to Debbie Galletti live on the air, and she didn't, and nobody got to see it.
Try again, buddy.
But
try it again.
Like I was saying before,
Bring it.
we just keep getting better and better looking people on the show every dang week.
Yeah, it takes you long enough to invite those better people.
Debbie Galletti,
Well,
I've
let's have
invited
some
you
fun,
since I
Flash.
started, since I took back over Born to Ride Radio,
That's
since the
right.
Rock and Road Show. Even when the Rock and Road Show was around, you wouldn't come visit me.
Oh,
So this is a special occasion, but it is a special occasion.
It is, it
because
is.
we have got, if you haven't seen the new magazine yet, we have got a huge announcement that we're going to break for you. We've got some amazing people that are teaming up with Born to Ride. Not that that's any surprise to you, but this is big, and that's going to be coming up here in just a couple of minutes. But right now on the phone, we got Jeff from RPM Promotions. He, as I understand it, is teamed up with Rubenstein Law, and we are going to be bringing some fast track back to the world-famous East Bay Raceway. Jeff, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
So tell us about this. We are when I heard East Bay Raceway, I got to be honest, as a native of the Tampa Bay area, that was pretty exciting to me.
Yeah, you know what? I raced back there in the late '90s when I was a professional flat track motorcycle racer, and you know, I always loved that track. We come over, you know, I think it was a day or two before Bike Week or during the middle of Bike Week, and that was part of the series that we would run down there. And man, it's a fast track, and you know, we look forward to coming down and be able to putting on a great event that is going to allow people to come out and check this thing out and see some two wheels go around there again, because I believe it's been at least probably 15 years since they've had two wheels going around there.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
At least, Debbie, what would you think?
Yes, 14 and a half years.
14 and a half years, Debbie Galletti said.
Flat track
So
racing.
I was only off by 6 months.
That's
right.
You know, I still got it.
6 months, you were there. You were there. But,
Last time I was
Right.
there, it was a demolition derby, and I
Yeah.
watched school buses run
yeah,
into
the
each
school
other.
buses were running the last time we
Yeah.
were all out there.
Yeah, you know what? There won't be any school buses there this time, but man, we've got some exciting news. Everybody that's joining the team, the RPM team, that's going to be down there, and man, it's going to be a great event. You know, as you well know, Rubenstein Law Firm, you know, they came on board. Actually, just got the deal done today, and they're excited, and they got some awesome displays they're going to have up down there. This big inflatable law firm signage, and we'll put that in the middle of the infield so all the fans can see it, and then they've got an awesome box truck, I believe, with a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, Miss Liberty.
Yes.
That's right, Debbie, right? Miss Liberty?
Miss Liberty, the big a big bagger bike. Cartel Baggers built that. It's an awesome looking bike.
Cartel Baggers did a great job.
A nice
That's
tribute to our
that's
flag in America.
That is a machine right there.
Yes.
That is a sweet looking machine. So we look forward to having them, you know, come out and, you know, being a title sponsor to this event. That man, that's just an awesome thing to be able to have somebody in that area. You know, they're statewide in Florida, so they're looking forward to it. And you know, any sponsors that want to continue to come on board with me, you know, they can reach me at my RPM Promotions LLC Facebook page. The more sponsors, the better, and we've got fans in the stands. That'll be good. We got tickets. Adult tickets are $20. Kids 6 to 12 are only $10. Kids 5 and under are free. And you know, we got some big names coming in down there. We've got Bo Braswell, the country singer out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Debbie will be there for that.
Woohoo!
Get her some VIP up there in the front row.
I'll get my boots on.
Absolutely. Well, you know, Bo's going to sing the national anthem, and the way I hear it, he's going to sing some songs down there as well, and release a single that he's got going on. So we're looking forward to that. And,
Nice.
And you know, another big thing that I signed a deal with over the weekend is Fight TV is going to be live streaming this event. So anybody that can't make it, you know, that live in California, Oregon, Michigan, East Coast to West Coast, North, South, they can go to Fight TV, check out the Clay on the Bay. It's only $14.99, and watch some of the top amateurs and pros from all over the country come to this event, and it's going to be an action-packed event. And we look forward to it. $14.99 means you get to see 10 amateur classes, and you get to see an open pro singles class, and you get to see a pro twins class, and a couple dash for cashes that I think is going to bring in some big money. So you know, these racers are starving for some money. You know, things have been slowed down with everything that's going on, and man, we look forward to it.
Man, that's going to be tight.
Who's going to be our flag guy?
Say again, Debbie?
Who's going to be our flag guy?
Who's going to be the flag guy? I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, so Yeah, so I was getting ready to thank the guys, and man, we got Bubba Blackwell, who he's like Evel Knievel. You know, he's jumped many cars on an XR 750 Harley Davidson.
Right.
We got Bubba Blackwell that is going to be doing our flag, and he's exciting and is full of energy. And we've got the SDTA group, Southern Dirt Track Association group, out of Florida. They're helping out with the event. Robbie McClendon up in Pensacola, he's going to be handling all the transponders. I just signed a deal today with Jackie Van Ham. She's done a lot of stuff for the American Flat Track. She works for NBCSN, covering a lot of their coverage, and she's going to be broadcasting with Fight TV and interviewing racers and fans, and so we're excited to have her on. And then Kevin Snyder, he's a good friend of mine and my race director, and I can't thank him enough. He's out of Bonita Springs, Florida, and he'll be coming on board to make sure the track's in great shape and keeping everybody in order. And so, man, we're just looking so forward to this event. It's I can't wait to get on a plane and get down there. I signed this deal 2 weeks ago. I flew down. I was down in your area and flew back home, and I've had enough of Indiana already. I'm ready to get back to Florida.
It's still cold in Indiana, isn't it?
No, you know what? Today was like 87 and sunny, so it's kind of like that Florida weather.
Yeah.
We just didn't have the humidity today, so, I'm ready to get down there and get my sweat on a little bit.
There you go. Got to clean the pores out once in a while.
There you go.
Absolutely. Well, and that's why we're going to run this event closer to the evening because, July the 11th, it's probably going to be a little warm down there. So we're going to have practice starting at 4 o'clock, opening ceremonies at 6:30 with the first heat kicking off at 6:45 down there, and then main events to follow. So, like I said, it's great to be back in the Bay Area at the iconic East Bay Speedway down there. So we're just, we're ecstatic to be able to put on an event down in Tampa again.
Listen, we're excited to have you back here, man. Well, listen, safe journey down, and when you getting down here?
I get down there July the 4th, so we'll meet up for some lunch down there, and we can table talk about some flat track motorcycle racing. And I got to thank you guys
Get 'em on the show here.
for doing everything that you're doing to get this out there, and because it's all about having some fans packing the house and getting it out there so we can come back and you know what? Who knows? Maybe we run another one in October, November.
Hey, listen, don't you threaten us with a good time.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, my
ready,
friend. Well,
Jeff.
listen, Jeff, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, and we will see you when you are down here, and be safe getting here, all right?
All right, I appreciate it. You guys be safe, and can't wait to see you guys.
All right,
All
buddy.
right.
Take care, Jeff.
All right, thank you.
Debbie Galletti, I've got a great idea.
What's that?
I
You
think-
on a bike
I
in the
think-
races? I'll
I
sponsor
think-
you.
I think we should see if Rubenstein Law will let us borrow Miss Liberty. I think you can get that thing out on that dirt track.
I think we could blow a little
And
dirt
listen,
on that
I'll
fat
give you an
tire.
extra $1 if you put Ron on the back of it and fly around the track just a couple times and just,
Right.
you know what I mean?
$2 and I'm
Listen,
in.
Everybody would pay extra to get in to see that. Throw a little bit in the tip bucket right there.
The tip bucket. I like that. I could do that.
Yeah.
We'll light it
Listen,
up.
we
Let's
have got,
fun.
like I said, we have
Everybody's
got.
ready to have fun, Flash.
I know. We have got just such a huge announcement. You're not going to believe who's joining the Born to Ride team. I'm ecstatic. I
Ready?
saw it in the If you haven't seen
Yep,
the
that was
magazine,
quick.
by the way, the brand new one looks just like this.
And this. Do you know who
Get you
this
some of
is?
that. They're at all the
Speaking of
motorcycle shops
Father's
in the
Day.
area. Yeah, it's the Father's Day edition.
That is the forefather
Sometimes, yeah, right,
of
right
this
there,
industry.
right there. Did I spill the beans a little bit?
Yeah.
I might have. But listen, before we get all into that, I want you to take a little trip down memory lane for me, Debbie Galletti. You had a
okay.
practice run a little earlier when the
Yes.
stream wasn't working. We thought something got G'd up there on Facebook. But tell me some of your best memories. 25 years. I mean, that's no small thing. We've watched your kids grow up.
Yes.
And by the way, there's a great photo of Ron and Debbie and the kids in there. And I mean, I every time we get to talking about it, I remember I've been with you for probably 10, 15 years now myself, and doing all the bike events that we used to do. I used to watch Bruiser running around on his little scooter, Emily trying to knock him off with a baseball bat. Because that's what sisters do.
Yes,
you know
siblings.
What I mean?
That's right.
And now didn't you tell me Em's got her dang driver's license already?
Flash, she'll be 19 on July 11th, the same time when the races will be here.
God almighty.
Yeah, and Bruiser's 6'3", and he's going to be 18.
I was going to ask you if he was standing on some sort of a box because he's towering over Ronnie.
I know.
What the hey?
Yep. It's every day he wakes up and it's like, "Good morning, Mom."
Yeah.
And that's
Hey,
about
Mom,
it.
how you doing?
Great kids, though. Great kids over the last 25 years.
Yes, they are.
I was one of those moms. I didn't leave my kids at home, took them with me, and it was the best experience because the biker community is great people, and our kids are street smart. They could talk to adults, which I love. They always conversed with bikers, and they conversed back. And the best thing is our kids learned what bikers do for other people in their community and charities and everything. And, as kids now, they still do that and they still have that drive. And I love that. I love to see when they reach out and help a family or someone in need. And, Mom doesn't have to tell them or anything. And they're really great kids, and we're so blessed. And Bruiser is a rider, and he likes the dirt right now, and he's eyeing the street, and so it's all good. But 25 years, it's been a great ride. We're looking for another 25 years because there's a lot of exciting things coming up, which I never envisioned in the last 25 years, and it's really exciting. I feel like we've finally broke the ice. Not that it wasn't there, but it's been great.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going through some trying times, but I tell you, we're going to all get through this together because we are bikers. That's one of the things that we talk about all the time. It builds our resilience. But step back in time a little bit. Tell me some of the things you remember most over the past 25 years, besides me hosting the Born to Ride radio show.
Oh, gosh, a couple of things, that come to mind. And Sturgis went out there for a bike show, and Daddy Rat, a really nice guy, was so excited at how bike shows elevated to a certain level. He said that the most exciting bike show he had back in his day was a mushroom was painted on the side of a tank of a bike, So he was excited to see that evolution, which that was nice. To spend time with Big Daddy Rat. He's, his bike shows and Teddy's taking over. It's it's an icon legendary icon in our industry.
Yeah.
But, also spent time with Arlen Ness and Evel Knievel, and, you can't forget about Billy Stevens at the Iron Horse Saloon.
Right.
Billy said one day, "Hey, we this place isn't going to hold all these bikers. They just keep coming and coming." And he goes, "I can't build out, so I'm going to build up."
There
and
you
sure
go.
enough, you put them in the trees, and we still had a good time and party. And,
There you go.
the great music that came along with it, J.B. Allen and, just all these, David Allen Coe, and, just all these, it's been such great experiences,
And Tommy Rock says hello on the stream, by the way.
Oh, Tommy
Debbie.
rocks. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to get him back out to these bike events, too, and get him jamming.
You hear that, Tommy Rocks?
Everybody's missing him.
We'll be looking for you.
I know. We got to get you back out there.
That's it.
So that is nice right now. The events are starting to come around. The bike events are, happening. People need to ride. They need to clear their head of everything that's going on in this world. And that's the way to do it. So
There you go.
25 years with you and 25 years with Ronnie has been like a girl's treat.
A girl's dream come true. I had to say it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. When
Let's
we
do
come
it.
back, we're going to make some Born to Ride radio history.
Make some noise. Let's go.
We're bringing the noise, so
Who's
don't
on
move.
the train?
That's it. Born to Ride radio is back right after this.
All right.
Saturday, June 20th, it's Crystal Harley-Davidson's Father's Day Ride. Ride with Dad or in memory of Dad. It's a free ride leaving at 11 a.m. from Crystal Harley-Davidson. Free gift to the first 30 people who register. Giveaways include Crystal Harley-Davidson $500 gift cards, 2-night stay at the Plantation Resort, free scalloping trip charter, Born to Ride bike show, TV taping, and magazine shoot. Get your photo with Dad. And National original recording artist, Preacher Stone, live in concert. It'll be awesome. Time for your next Harley? Trade yours in on a new one. All this and more. That's the Father's Day ride for you at Crystal Harley Davidson, Saturday, June 20th. Everyone welcome. Don't miss it. Be there.
Need we say more? Only at Crystal Harley Davidson, Homosassa, Florida.
This Father's Day, we are honoring a special father. Newport Richey resident David Rowe's son, Sergeant Mike Rowe, gave the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Sergeant Rowe was killed in action last year in Iraq. Tragically, it was on the day before his 24th birthday. His father, David, has made it his life's ambition to share his son's story through a custom 1977 Harley Sportster that is wrapped in his son's uniform. The U.S. Military Vets Motorcycle Club recently recognized this act of love and respect and honored David and his son, Sergeant Rowe, at a recent get-together where hearts were touched by his story of the bike, his son, and his son's baby, which Sergeant Rowe never had a chance to know or hold.
We're here on the Bud Run, and what we're doing here is honoring Michael David Rowe, his dad here. He honored his son who passed away in an IED explosion in Iraq, and he laminated his motorcycle with his son's uniform. And we at the U.S. Military Vets honor this man and his son and the sacrifices the family has made. And I'd like to read a poem that his son, Michael, wrote to him for Father's Day. Father, I will always look on you as a man whose shoes I will never fill, but I will do my best to make the right choices, to be as much a man as you. I cherish all your traits. Your hard, earnest work will always inspire me to do my best. Your word is something that you have shown me must be kept, and I admire how you can do that unconsciously. Your kind and open heart will always let me be able to help anyone in need, and the fairness shown to all will always allow me to be impartial. Dad, you are the one in my life that I will always aspire to be like. I will never stop being someone that you can brag about. I want you to know that there is never a day I cannot be with you because we share these great traits you have instilled in me. Happy Father's Day. Thank you for being such a great dad. Your son, Michael David Rowe. And today we honor this man and the sacrifices that he's made and so many others for the freedom that we just take for granted. God bless David Rowe.
God bless America. God bless my son, my hero. Thank you.
We'll never forget him.
Thank you.
They want you to explain the items on the motorcycle that you have placed on there from your son's uniform.
The air cleaner I had made several years ago just had Rowe on it, and when my son passed away, and the idea hit me to make it a memorial to him, I took Rowe off and I put that inscription on there right now. The uniform, I was doing a top end on the bike, and it just hit me, I don't know, spiritual inspiration, if you will, to make it a memorial to him. So I asked his wife, I told his wife what I wanted to do. She consented to it. I spent 3 hours dismantling the uniform with an X-Acto knife. A friend of mine, AJ from Street Seats, who does interiors for hot rods, he sewed it all together, redid the seat completely. He sewed patches on. The bike will never be done. I'll always be doing something to it. Right now I'm in the process of making a license plate frame with a cross on the top and the fallen soldier emblem, the boots, the M16, and the helmet. But my whole thing is to immortalize my son's memory. God bless him. Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Wow, you talk about a heavy story right there. My
Yes.
goodness. That one.
But that's a nice Father's Day tribute. You
Yes.
know, it is.
That one
Heavy
hits
one.
you right in the heartstrings right there, without
It
a doubt.
does.
Hey, we got a lot of folks checking in on this Father's Day edition of Born to Ride Radio. Hey, big shout out to Antonio, our boy. Ride or Die is going to be coming, and it's coming with a vengeance, people.
He's been busy.
Oh yeah. Oh, no, without a doubt. Greg, shout out to Greg. Ray, I apologize. I'm not even going to try to say your last name, but I'm going to say Ray D. Ray D says that the flat track out there at East Bay is off the chain.
Oh, that's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, so we're definitely looking forward.
And Flash, I think if you stay tuned here in the next couple of weeks, I think we'll have some tickets to give away also.
Really,
Yeah.
Gabby Galletti? You always
Yes.
tell me you're going to give me tickets to give away, and then I never get them.
Give you my parking tickets.
Well, besides that, I
Yeah.
don't want those. Besides those,
Yeah, so we'll do that. That's good.
we'll
Well, fun.
we'll have to get checked in on that. Tell you what we got to do. We got to make another important phone call, Debbie. Now you can hear over here, and again, like I say, we're practicing our social distancing. So, when we call, if I'm repeating everything you say, it's because just got to.
All right. Do it, Flash. Do it.
So that the Chopper Daddy
Chopper Daddy.
can hear you.
Hello.
Is this the Chopper Daddy?
Hey,
Dave Nichols.
what's going on?
World famous Dave Nichols. How are you, man?
The forefather of our industry.
Well, out here. It's raining, but it's a beautiful day in Oregon where I am right now.
How is the weather in Oregon?
What?
It's gorgeous. It's just
Yeah?
like California, just a little bit cooler in the winter, but not by much.
Right.
Yeah.
We got all the humidity.
Yeah, I know about that. I grew up in Miami, and you would take a shower and walk outside and need a shower immediately again.
That's it. A shower to get through your shower. You know what I'm talking. You know all about that. We like that.
Yep.
So, Dave, we've got exciting news. You are coming on board with Ron and Debbie and all of our fine riders here with Born to Ride, and I cannot tell you how exciting that is.
The Born to Ride Nation.
Well, Flash, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty darn excited about it, too, because, everybody's about tired of being stuck in their house, being quarantined, and everybody wants to get out there and ride their motorcycles, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
Especially when we can do it year-round around here.
We're going to give them a lot of good reasons to get out there and ride.
Yeah, without a doubt. So let's talk a little bit about your history. Now, you for the folks that don't know Chopper Daddy Dave Nichols,
Nichols.
Or Nichols. What I
That's
say,
what I'm
Michaels?
here for.
I'm listening. I got Ron Galletti talking over here in my ear. I can't concentrate.
As long as I'm not, George Michael,
Right.
that would be terrible.
And stay away from the park bench. 25-year editor-in-chief, easy rider, man. Plus, you did like 13 other publications at the same time, did you not?
That is true. Yeah, we did lots of motorcycle magazines and tattoo magazines and hot rod magazines. Anything that was rebellious that went mainstream, I guess you could say.
Right. We got you.
Yeah.
So, what was that like? I mean, tell us the story of how you got into that industry.
Well, what was interesting is I was the producer of American Top 40, which was a radio show.
Right.
At the time, it was like the biggest syndicated radio show in the world.
Yes.
We were on Armed Forces Radio all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And we were doing a story about Joan Jett being on the cover of Outlaw Biker.
Uh-huh.
And I got a phone call after we put that show out from the editor and the publisher of Outlaw Biker in New York. And they said, "Did you write that piece?" And I went, "Yes." And they said, "Well, would you be interested in doing some writing for us?" And I said, "Sure."
Why
sure.
not?
I've been riding motorcycles my whole life.
Right.
And so they didn't have anybody on the West Coast.
So I started doing a magazine that was called Outlaw Bikers Wild West.
Uh-huh.
And I had always wanted to meet the gang at Easy Riders magazine because, ever since I was a little kid, I was reading Easy Riders.
Right.
And I thought, I have an excuse. I can take a copy of this magazine and I can go and meet them and say, hey, I did this, And so I called him up and I got a hold of Keith Ball and he had me come in, and I'll never forget, man, I walked in the offices and it was just the way you would hope that the offices would be at Easy Riders. There were bikes sitting inside the office,
Right.
And I walked into Keith's office. He had a panhead motor that he had built into a desk with a glass top.
No way.
And there he is. Yeah, it was great. His conference table was a huge metal cell door from a prison.
Man.
With glass on top of that. And all the chairs were motorcycle seats. And I went, this is great, man. So
yeah. Where's the beer?
I showed him, huh?
Where's the beer? Am I in the bar?
Well, no, you know what? There was a big bottle of Jack Daniels on the managing editor's desk.
Imagine that.
A guy named, Greg Daniel. And he said, look, anytime you need to come in here and have a shot, the bottle's right there, It's like, really? It's like, yep, okay. All right, so... And I got to tell you, it was the coolest place in the world to work because everyone was expected to go ride their motorcycle on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
So noon would come around, and it was like, go out and ride your bike. Go on, because if you can't ride your bike, then you can't sit down and write about motorcycle.
Right.
And so everybody, everybody rode. Everybody was into bikes, and we learned how to be, writers and writers at the same time. It was kind of cool.
That's great.
So I got a job out of that interview because it was right when Paisano Publications, they were starting to branch out and do more magazines. At the time, they were only doing Easy Riders and In the Wind.
Right.
And so I came in there and started doing other magazines for them. And one thing led to another, and eventually Keith left, and Joe Trussi asked me to be the editor of Easy Riders. So
Man.
That was the most fun you can possibly have if you like motorcycles.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Absolutely.
So, it's sort of a funny coincidence. Ron and Debbie are celebrating 25 years of Born to Ride here locally in the southern United States, I should say now,
yes,
because they've
Southeast.
expanded. They've expanded so much, and I've been with these guys 10, 15 years. You were with those guys for 25 years, and I just asked Debbie to rehash some of her fondest memories of working in the motorcycle industry. What are some of the cool things that really stick out to you 25 years as the editor-in-chief?
It was watching what happened to the industry as it grew and the Evo motor came in,
mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, all these doctors and lawyers had to have a Harley.
Right.
And, before that, it was like anybody that rode a Harley Davidson, we had a rough time.
Mm-hmm.
You'd go ride your bike, and you'd get stopped by the cops at least 3 times.
Yeah.
And it changed everything to all of a sudden, all these people are riding Harleys, and they're people that have money. And that was great because we could drag people into, any kind of anti-helmet protests
mm-hmm.
and things like that. And we had senators paying attention to us all of a sudden, and that was good, But I have to tell you, besides all the politics and all that kind of stuff, the best times were going to places like Sturgis.
Right.
Which is coming up. It's going to have its 80th anniversary coming up here in August.
Wow.
And they just announced yesterday that the city of Sturgis is saying, yep, we're going to have a rally.
There you go.
Good for them.
That's pretty great, man. That is pretty great. And You know, I hope I'll be out there at the Buffalo Chip with Woody and all those guys. And, you know, you see friends you only see once a year when you go out there.
Yeah.
And you meet new friends.
Yeah, well, you know, we're all bikers, and it's like we're all one big family, happy family, because we're on two wheels.
That's right.
It is the absolute best. If anybody listening, if you haven't, you need to get out there. It is amazing.
I definitely,
really, truly,
you know, that is on my bucket list of things to do. I have not made it to Sturgis yet, but I'm going. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to talk Debbie Galletti into sending me out there with a camera. She's the boss, you know.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go.
And a cameraman.
And, of course, I'll need my personal cameraman over
and a
here,
bike.
too.
And,
Right. So wait a minute. So you're not actually going to take any pictures or shoot any video. You're just going to go.
But I'll have a cameraman if I need to.
I see. Okay.
Dave, do you have you got some time? We had a little problem with our feed earlier, but I want to take a quick break and come back and talk to you a little bit more in depth. There's some things that there's questions. We have questions, man.
Yes.
And then we want to talk about you teaming up with Ron and Debbie and Born to Ride here and talk about some the next 25 years, if you will. You got a couple of minutes you can get through the break with us?
Absolutely. You betcha.
All right. This is Born to Ride Radio. We're back in just moments with the Chopper Daddy. Don't move.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 1. Get an attorney. When you or a loved one have been injured by another's negligence, an experienced attorney can make a huge difference. At Rubenstein Law, we will find all of the insurance, make sure your injuries are documented, and work to get you the best result. While each case is different, a well-known insurance company's own study showed people with a lawyer on average got more money. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Matt Hotch is one of the most dynamic custom motorcycle builders in the world today. At the age of 10, Matt Hotch was using his father's experience and knowledge to generate tangible creations. His childhood memories that took place in the garage with his dad, Pat Hotch, and his granddad, Joe Hotch, are a direct source of his success today. Pat Hotch, Matt Hotch's father, is no stranger to the world of motorcycle repair. And Pat Hotch is truly a success in the field of fatherhood, and no man could possibly want more for their son than what Matt has become not only as a builder, but as a father. I always knew Matt's potential, Pat said, but I never dreamed it would turn out like this. I'm very proud of Matt. It's hard to put into words. As a father, you raise your kids and hope that everything turns out all right, and Matt just took that to a whole new level. Pat Hotch is now retired and works with Matt hands-on in the shop and is a proud grandfather of Matt's son Ryder and a set of twins that his daughter Connie had just this year. When I was growing up, my grandfather and my father always had clean garages with pegboards to hang tools and a painted floor, explained Matt. During every family holiday, the guys would always go out to the garage, and these are some of the best memories I have shared with both of them. They'd show me how to use all their tools. And just like his father, Matt would rather talk about his son than himself. I'm a new father, he said. It's awesome and pretty unbelievable to have my own son. It's a life-changing event. People can tell you about it, but actually doing it is amazing. So here's an idea for this Father's Day. Don't just tell your dad that you appreciate him. Appreciate him for all he has to offer. Ask him about what he was like growing up, and try to find out what made him who he is today. Ask him about his work, his experience, and his expertise. Share in his interests and hobbies. This information and the memories that you create with your father may turn out to be unexpectedly valuable, like in the story of Matt Hotch Designs.
And we are back. It is Born to Ride Radio. I'm Dave the Flashman Morgan. That beautiful lady over there, Debbie Galletti, she's the boss.
Not really.
She is.
Can I be the
at the end of the day,
You
I know.
finally invited me on the show after all these months.
Listen, I know y'all think Ron Galletti's the boss, but let me tell you, you're looking at the boss right here on the camera right there.
And you know what, Flash? Happy birthday.
Hey, and thanks for my birthday shirt. Look
I
at this,
know,
everybody.
look at
See
that.
Look at that.
And I meant to bring you cannoli, too.
Man, let me tell you, well, you know, we'll have a cupcake. I have to get a sugar-free one because I'm on the sugar and whatnot. Oh, my goodness. Chopper Daddy, Dave Nichols, is on the phone with us even as we speak. I'll tell you, exciting,
Daddy.
Such exciting things that we're looking forward with him teaming up with us here at Born to Ride. And Dave, you know, we were talking and you know, off the air here just a couple of minutes ago, and I know that you had a lot of involvement in film as well. Roger Corman. You did a lot of work with him as well, did you not?
Yeah, I really, when I first moved to California, I was very lucky to work with Roger, who has made more movies than any human being alive.
Right.
And he did all the first biker films, you know, were Roger Corman filmed.
Mm-hmm.
He did all the beach blanket bingo movies. He did all those weird movies with Vincent Price that were Edgar Allan Poe films.
Yeah.
I mean, he did hundreds and hundreds of movies, from like I Was a Teenage Werewolf to It Conquered the World. I mean, all these crazy things. And then when I came on board, he had just done Death Race 2000, which was terrific. And I would literally go into his office when he would come in every morning. I would have put a piece of paper on his desk with a movie title and what's called a log line, which is basically telling you what the movie is in a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And so if a movie came out like Alien, we would do a movie like Mutant, which is basically a direct rip-off of Alien.
Right,
you know, it's like
right.
anything that made money. If it made a lot of money, we'd have a movie out, you know.
We have some other some other magazine companies that try to do that with Born to Ride every now and again. Just saying.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah, that does happen. But it was you know, really thrilling to watch him direct too, because he'd have one shot that he's setting up while they're tearing down the set that he just finished with,
mm-hmm.
and they're lighting the next one, and he would just go through bang, 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 and shoot a movie in a week, you know.
Right.
Just amazing. Incredible.
Wow.
And, you know, he did all those early biker films with Peter Fonda before Easy Rider.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he's still making movies. He's probably, you know, like 400 years old now, but he's still making
Yeah, right. And still kicking them out.
Yeah.
When you got it, you got it, baby.
That's it. If you got it, flaunt it. Why
That's
not?
right. Run with it.
You know, one of the other things that I found interesting in reading the article in the latest Born to Ride magazine, which that's a nice picture of you on the front there.
There is
like
Chopper
that.
Daddy
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
that's
Look
a
at that.
lovely photo from back in the day.
You made the
That's
you
how
made
everyone
the cover.
remembers you, though.
It's like making
Yeah, that's pretty exciting, huh?
it's like making the cover of the Rolling Stone, buddy.
Yeah, and
That's right.
this is the first time Born to Ride has ever used the same cover on all of our magazines. So we on both markets, Southeast and in Florida.
Look
so
at that.
we plastered Dave
Oh,
all
I'm
over.
honored. I'm honored, Dad. I'll tell
There.
you.
I know.
You got it. You man, you're all over the Southeast. I love that. If you weren't a Southerner,
Yeah, you know,
if you weren't a Southerner,
I'll
you
tell
are
you.
now.
That's important because, see, I was born in North Carolina, and I grew up in Florida.
Okay.
And, you know, there are probably more than half of the registered motorcyclists in the country are in the Southeast.
That's right in our backyard.
Yeah.
And that's why we're together as partners.
That's it.
We're going to give them
That's
some
right.
experiences. Grab your bootstraps there, Flash.
Grab the bootstraps. I'm pulling mine up right now. But listen, before we get too crazy and talk about what we're doing for the future, I'm still reliving a little bit of your past here because I'm telling you, I'm so excited to actually get to talk to you, Dave. But tell me a little bit about this trilogy that you put together of the One Percenter and the One Percenter Code.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I did a trilogy of books for motor books.
Uh-huh.
And the idea was they wanted to have definitive books about the biker culture.
Mm-hmm.
But what they originally wanted, I think, was something that was more sensational than what I gave them. The first book, One Percenter, really it's kind of deep because it talks about the need for rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
That in all times, in all places, the rebels have been the ones to push things forward. Whether it was the first people that would dare to cross the ocean in a rickety ship, or the first people that would cross America, the frontiersmen.
Yeah.
It's always been the Vikings and the pioneers that pushed things forward, the outlaws, the rebels that dared to do things that, we're kind of like the wolves in a land of sheep, and it's a big part of what makes up America.
Yeah.
This idea that we're rebellious by nature, that we didn't accept the status quo, and that's one of the reasons why people left Europe and came here. And so it talks about the history of rebellion and how we got to where we are now, and why it's important to always have people that stir the pot of convention, and
right.
keep things interesting.
Right.
So it starts like that, and it also obviously tells the whole story from, World War II and our returning servicemen coming back and buying Harleys because they rode Harleys over there,
Yeah.
And they came back and they took everything they could off the bike to make it go faster, and that's how we got bobbers. And pretty soon it evolved into choppers, and
Yeah.
it was all about, going fast and having fun on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So it talks about Easy Riders and how the magazine came to be. It talks about all of the different clubs and how they came to be and how they evolved over time. So you get a pretty good feeling about what the one percenter culture really is about.
Yeah.
And then the second book is all about, it's kind of the code of the West. It's like, what is that? What are the moral codes that bikers live by?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there had ever been a book about that before. It goes back to the code that knights, used to live by.
Right.
And everything that the modern biker lives by, it goes back, hundreds of years.
Sure.
And so that's what that one's about. And then it's all about passing it on to your own kids, and to give them the moral upbringing that they deserve. And then the last book's called 1% Revolution, and it's about what happens after we've given that to these kids and they grow up and they're the next generation of bikers out there, and how they're keeping that alive, how they're riding old panheads and knuckleheads, rigid frame choppers, that it's still a big deal today.
Hey, speaking of our kids, did I see that you named your kid Willie G? Is that a rumor?
Yeah. No, that's a true thing. That's a true thing. And I got to go up to Willie G. Davidson and tell him that.
Oh, man.
At the last Love Ride, and it's like, really? Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
That's an allegiance right there, let me tell you.
You're not kidding.
That's truth.
That is certainly truth. So, another thing, and real quick, I want to touch on before we get into the future, the next 25 years for you guys and for Born to Ride and this partnership that we formed here. I was reading in the magazine, because that's what I do.
And that's what the magazine's about,
right,
readability.
Right. The correlation, there was a lot of shows that sort of made and defined Discovery, when Discovery Channel, all of the the biker shows and the chopper building shows and Monster Garage and all these different things. And then when that came along, you and I were talking about this off the air, I didn't realize the correlation of when what was the old girl's name? Jane Root came in and decided that she was going to cancel what she deemed testosterone TV, and all these shows went away, and so did seems like all the chopper shops closed down.
Yeah, it really is true. Discovery had such a good thing going. They had the highest rated shows in cable history with Monster Garage and with the Great Biker Build-Off and, shows like that did really well for them.
And you were pretty instrumental in getting all the talent for that, were you not?
Yeah, because the producers, they knew they had something. They didn't know anything about motorcycles.
Uh-huh.
So they would say to me, okay, who's next? I'd say, well, what do you want? Well, we want a young guy and an old guy, one guy from the north, one guy from the south. I go, okay, Dave Perowitz against Billy Lane. That kind of thing. And
right.
Literally, what was great for the magazine is we would cross-promote the shows. So whoever won that episode of the Build-Off, we'd put their bike on the cover. So
gotcha.
Everybody wanted to read about that. And we had these bike shows all over the country where we would have all of those guys that were on the Discovery Channel at our bike shows. So you could come and meet them and take pictures with them and all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a huge deal. Pretty soon we actually had to rent strollers because we went from it being a biker bike show to it being a family event where all the kids wanted to go meet the guys they saw on TV.
How about that?
Which was
from bobbers
amazing,
to strollers.
Right? And so that was like a big deal. And then Jane Root came along and she decided we're going to have Discovery Channel go back to being its roots.
Yeah.
And we're going to get rid of all this testosterone TV, despite the ratings.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
despite the ratings.
She pulled all the shows.
Our advertisers don't need ratings.
And while that was going on, the other thing that was going on is people could go to equity out of my house. I'm going to buy this $25,000 Big Dog or American Iron Horse or any of the line of pre-made choppers that you could get at the time.
Right.
Yeah. Well, all of a sudden, the banking thing went crazy at about the same time. And it's like all of a sudden, nobody could buy a chopper anymore, and all of those companies were out of business within a year.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And then it kind of went back to being the way it was in the good old days.
Right.
Where you had to love motorcycles to have a bike shop. I mean, ask Dave Perowitz. He'll tell you. He's been working his ass off all these years. He never did it to be famous. He did it because he loves motorcycles.
Yeah. Yep.
And the people that are left, it's all about the bikes, and it's all about, it's not about being on TV.
True.
It's about riding a motorcycle.
It is.
And so now it's actually health. It was all the crazy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
You got to have the passion.
And all that.
That's it. Debbie said it. It's a passion without a doubt.
Yeah. And so, now we're back to it being for real, which is nice.
And we love it, man. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take another quick break here. When we come back, we are going to talk about where we are headed with the Chopper Daddy and Born to Ride forming a partnership. And we're just going to give you a little preview of the exciting times that are on the way. It's all next on Born to Ride Radio. Don't you even think about moving.
Duke's Brewhouse Lakeland, the hottest, newest place everyone is talking about, invites you to Bike Night, first Wednesday of every month, 6 to 9 p.m. Ride your motorcycle and get 15% off your meal at Bike Night. That's 15% off your meal at Bike Night. Speaking of food, it's the best in town with the hottest servers anywhere. Wing Wars? Duke's wins every time. So don't miss Bike Night. Duke's Brewhouse, Lakeland. It's the first Wednesday of every month. Brought to you by Born to Ride TV and Magazine and Rubenstein Law.
Born to Ride caught up with two consistent winners of bike shows all around the area. Stephen Gehring Sr. and his only son, Stephen Jr., have made it a point to enjoy their family's love of motorcycles together. Their custom Big Dog motorcycles always seem to take first place or best in show in just about every bike show event that they have entered. But showing their bikes is just part of their passion. Riding is the other. So, on this Father's Day, let's ride along with Stephen Sr. and Stephen Jr. as the Garings fire up their big dogs and remind all fathers and sons to find something you both enjoy and to get out and spend some time together. You won't regret it. Happy Father's Day from Born to Ride.
TV Radio live every Tuesday night, 7 to 8 p.m. with Dave Flash Morgan, special guest, and Born to Ride TV content at Facebook, Born to Ride TV Magazine. Read it, watch it, ride it.
Welcome back to Born to Ride Radio. I am Dave the Flashman Morgan. That's Debbie Galletti right over there, a.k.a. the boss. That's what I call her.
Come on.
Just telling
You're the boss.
Hey, listen, a lot of cool things happening. And by the way, make sure you check out borntoride.com for anything that has to do with motorcycles and, of course, we people that ride them. We've got a couple of cool things I want to tell you about. One is a big Father's Day ride that's coming up at Crystal HD. That's on the 20th. That's Saturday. That's this Saturday, right?
That is this Saturday.
That's this Saturday.
Nice ride in Crystal River coming up.
Registration 9 to 10:30. First 30 people are going to get a little free prize thing. Preacher Stone going to be performing live noon to 4. Big bike show. We got the cameras out there doing a TV taping.
That's huge. Preacher Stone coming in from the Carolinas.
Do they do any country for you, Debbie Galletti?
Yeah, they'll kick it up for me. Yeah, that's the band that was featured on Sons of Anarchy.
They were featured on Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, Crystal River, Homosassa area is beautiful.
Gosh, such great riding up there.
You could just smell the fresh air and everything. So that's going to be a good day. Bring Dad, bring your friend. If your friend's a dad, it doesn't matter. Just everyone come out.
Take the Brooksville ride, guys. Go right on up there and then just pop right up there on right up there north of Brooksville and
on
head
19.
right on up 19, man.
That's right.
Bypass all the traffic. Get out there. Get the wind in your hair. Love it. Another one that's coming up is the Warriors Helping Warriors. Love those guys and everything that they're doing. That's on the 27th. Seminole Harley, registration at 9 a.m. Lunch included from one of my favorite. Let me tell you, Debbie Galletti, have you had the brisket?
I am addicted
at
to
Missions
the brisket.
Barbecue?
The brisket, yes. And the collard greens. I love that with all the
Listen,
hot sauce.
I love your mother to death. You know that. But you have a little bit of that brisket, you will go and slap her. I'm just telling you, it's that good. 50-50 raffle. Dave, I'm telling you, you don't know what you're in for, partner up with you. There's a lot of stuff that happens around
and don't
here.
forget, Mission Barbecue gives a nice proceed back to the Veterans Charity. So that's the bonus there.
The Shadow Warrior Rider is going to be hosting that. That's going to be a great time. So definitely get those down. And again, like I say, borntoride.com has all that you need to know, all the different rides and everything that is important to bikers going on in the nation, especially down here in the southeast. Chopper Daddy Dave Nichols has been hanging out with us, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, man. And honest to God, we are so excited that you've teamed up with Ron and Debbie and Born to Ride. So tell me some of the plans. What are you cooking?
Well, I will tell you this. There are some things I can't tell you because it's top secret.
Right, I understand.
So it'll make you wonder. But
right.
There are some things I can tell you. Like, what do you like to do when you ride your motorcycle? You like to have a destination. You like to go someplace, right?
Oh, yes. Got to.
Well, what if there were a place you could ride to where it was like biker heaven on earth?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. For me right now, it's Brooksville. Out Bellamy Brothers Road.
Yeah, I mean, but we're
bigger picture,
talking about
Flash, bigger picture.
Expanding everything that Born to Ride is known for. Ron and Deb have done such a phenomenal job over the last 25 years, and we're just going to keep expanding it. We're going to keep sharing the love with riders everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's part of the plan is there's going to be Born to Ride all over the place.
Yeah. Well, listen, that Born to Ride needs to be all over the place.
Yeah. And you know what we're thinking about bringing back?
Tell me.
Born to Ride used to have a long time ago is, you want to show your motorcycle. Your motorcycle is the most beautiful motorcycle in the world.
Yes, it is.
So why not have a reader's ride every month where people can send in a picture of their bike? They can email it in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call you up. I'll write a little story about your bike.
Nice.
And every month it's like an honor to have your bike in the magazine.
Dude, it would be an honor to have the Chopper Daddy write an article on your magazine that you could share with all your friends on the internet or in this magazine right here, right there. It could happen.
Exactly right. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. So we want to show folks the best bikes, the best rallies, the best of the biker world in Born to Ride. And that's just going to keep expanding. So.
Well, I got to tell you, man, honest to goodness, I've been with these guys for 10, 12, almost 15 years. I can't count them, getting old, but let me tell you something right now. When you talk about a motorcycle event, some of the biggest events, and you would if you were to show up at one, you would think they were on a national level. These two people in the room right here have put together, and I've been honored to even just be a small part of it, man. It's so. Yeah, I think you couldn't have teamed up with a better team of people.
Well, David,
I agree. I agree. Good folks.
It's been exciting because who would have even thought we were on Dave Nichols' radar? Dave from Easy Riders.
Yeah.
Who would have thought we were even on his radar? So that was exciting, first of all. And then basically because the biker industry, the community just, there's so much more that Dave, all his history he has, and so much that we can do to bring those roots back. And like he's saying, start sharing great stories of these builders and what they're doing. And, some of these guys are, it's incredible. Some are painting and pinstriping, and it's just telling their stories. And Dave's in Oregon, the Southeast, and we're just going to fill the whole U.S. right in between with everyone and everything. And right now it's a little bit of a struggle for me because I've got Ron saying, we got to get this done. And then I go, no, I can't. I got Dave on the phone. Sorry. Big Dave on the other line, Ron. It's been a balance. But what we're bringing back to the roots and to the heritage, everything is, everyone thought Bike Week, or everyone thinks Bike Week in Daytona is the party. Well, a lot of people don't know it started as the roots of racing, and just after the race was over, everyone went and had a good time, and that's we want to bring life back to that heritage. And beer and band is not a bike event anymore. We're gonna really, pump that up. So. It's exciting. It's fun. It's a lot of changes coming up. It's going to be a hot summer with a lot of work, but it's a great investment. And I think at the end, it's going to be the biker that is really going to love this and love this venture together.
Yeah.
So look out. Here we go.
That's it.
Dave is right now is Rolodex that he had. I said the other day he told me I to so and so, and I can't. I'm like, so and so just takes your call just like that. I'm trying to get Jason Momoa on that, so and so line too. But so that's gonna be fun.
We're swapping mics with you there, Deb.
I blew out a mic.
You blew a mic out already.
Jeez.
Jeepers.
Yeah, Dave, I'm telling you, you
Test
don't
one,
know what's
test
happening
two.
here.
Can you hear me?
Debbie's got the juice down here in the southeast.
She's blowing microphones up and stuff.
She does. She has a tendency to do that every
Yeah.
now and again.
There's a lot more coming. So
Well, Dave, listen, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you, man. I can't wait to shake your hand and see what you've got in store for these guys. And I think together, all of us in this room will definitely be putting all hands on deck and getting things going. We've got a hell of a challenge ahead of us right now, just because of everything that's been going on with this COVID-19 and the Rona, as we call it. But like I said a million times, we'll all get through this together. Born to Ride will remain strong and only getting stronger. And man, I'm just excited to see what you're going to bring to the table.
Yes, sir. Well, it is going to be amazing, everybody. We're going to have one hell of a ride. So stick in here with us. Born to Ride. Yes, sir.
Read it, watch it, ride it.
that's right.
Yep.
That's our slogan. All right, Dave. Well, listen, thanks again for taking the time to chat with us. We can't wait to see you, and stay warm up there, I guess. Is that right, or did you tell me it was?
At the moment, it's a little drizzly, but
All
yeah,
right.
we're fine.
Nothing
And remember, folks, we're brought to you today by Ain't Vitamay's Moleskin Biscuits. They're
Yeah.
just nasty.
Love it. All right, Dave. We'll catch up with you soon, man.
Thanks,
Okay,
Dave.
thanks, Flash. Thanks, Deb.
All right, thanks, Dave. I'm sure we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, we'll talk to you then, Dave. What an amazing time we're ahead of here, guys.
Yes.
Honest to goodness.
Yes.
Honest to goodness. I can't wait. One of the things that, when I got back on the air and then doing the Born to Ride stuff became such a conflict, I sort of, I don't want to say I went a separate way, but I mean, I was always in touch, but I wasn't able to do things because of contractual obligations and conflict of interest. You know how all that crap goes.
All that red tape.
But now that we're back, the Born to Ride radio, everything as far as the internet is kicking, and just another amazing piece to the Born to Ride multimedia, the whole biker media thing. I think we've taken this show to the next level even.
Now that I'm on.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. So now that everything has happened, Ron Galletti, come over here and grab this microphone. Here, grab this mic over here so we can at least hear you. Deb, listen, you can't be messing with the Queen's microphone. I'm just telling you like it is.
Yeah, the orange, fuzzy, puffy one here, too.
We gave Debbie the orange one. Ron Galletti making a rare guest appearance. Everybody wants to see the man.
Yeah.
And there he is right there. Well, part of him anyway.
Come on
We're getting in there.
Nasty
Get in there.
Yeah.
Nasty Ronnie. Let me tell you, we might get Ronnie to testify here in a minute, because sometimes, sometimes he'll get out there and do that.
What an amazing show today, Flash! I'm telling you what, man. Was that the Chopper Daddy himself?
That was the Chopper Daddy.
I mean, Dave Nichols.
How many weeks now we've been pinching ourselves?
Well, a big part of biker history, and who can say they were with Easy Riders, the Bible of motorcycle publication?
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And the man's got vision. He gives me juice and electricity,
Yeah.
He's words of wisdom. He's knowledge times 10.
Yep.
I mean, can you believe what's about
Yep.
to happen, people? We've been doing this for 25 years, Flash. You've been a part of it. You're going to be a part of the next 25 as well, because, when it comes to loyalty and, people who have got your back and have your back and are ride or die, people who are ride or die is people that are with you for life.
Yeah.
And when I say ride or die, Ride or Die magazine is coming. Antonio Hernandez
Antonio's
himself.
chomping at the bit,
You talk
boy.
about giving somebody electricity
Yeah.
and wisdom.
Yeah.
Man, Antonio just blows it out of the water, man. And that's why we got with Antonio, because he's true, he's honest, he doesn't like. He just likes to be straight up with what's going on in life. And with Dave Nichols, the same thing. And today, did we get some breaking news, Deb? Did we get about some dirt track, flat track racing?
Yes, and that's
East Bay Raceway, man.
East Bay Raceway, Flash. It's coming.
It's
flat
legendary.
track racing is coming back.
I can't wait.
And it's going to be awesome. And
I can't wait.
The title sponsor, man. The title sponsor is Rubenstein Law. And, since 1988, they've been taking care of bikers. Mm-hmm. So we're proud to be a part of those guys. And, the biker community is so big. There's room for everybody, people. No need to get upset.
That's it.
Just ride with it, right, Deb? Trying to cut me off?
Yeah, I am. I have a public service announcement.
All right, do it.
This is pretty true, though, or it is true that Rubenstein Law has notified us as a public service announcement. During COVID-19, a lot of people had to cut back on a lot of areas because of not working. One of them has been insurance. So there are a lot of uninsured motorists out there on the road. So take a look at your policies if you have coverage for uninsured motorists. Take a look at that. If not, be very careful, because
that's another one of those things that you just don't think about.
Right,
too.
And everyone's back driving and riding, and they had to cut corners, and they didn't cut their cell phone.
That's a funny thing. On that note, Deb, I saw on the news just yesterday they were talking about how people haven't been driving in 10, 12 weeks, and they've like forgotten how.
I believe it.
They've forgotten how to drive. Yes. Like they're slipping it in drive, or thinking they're in drive and hitting reverse and running into the house and whatnot.
Yes.
So
it's been a hard time for America, the people. It's fractured, man. There's a lot of things going on right now with the police, and all police aren't bad people. There's some bad apples in everything you do in life, but we need to come together. We need to bring it. Doesn't matter what color you are. Don't try to divide us, media. Don't try to divide us, teachers. Don't try to divide America. We all bleed red. And Flag Day was just this weekend, and honor your flag, honor your country, but honor your people, man.
Yeah.
Say hello to people, man. It's just wrong what's happening. It's before our eyes what is happening to America. But you know what? Economy's coming back. America will survive. The virus shut so many people down. I mean, today I was getting ready to order some trophies. 62 years Charlie Brown with Brown's Trophies has been in business. He said he had to shut it all down, and he's done after 62 years in business with his father's business before his.
Wow.
And they shut it down. I had to change gears and switch to a new trophy person, and they stepped right in. Biker-owned business, actually. So everything will be okay, man. We'll get back riding. The biker community, man, it's the greatest community out there. So proud to be a part of it, to magnify your greatness, people. It doesn't matter what affiliation you're from, or what color you're flying, or what color your skin is. Come together.
I knew it was coming.
Can I testify on that?
Woo! There it is, Flash. Oh, man.
I asked for it. There
you
you
did.
go, baby.
There you go. He dropped the microphone and left.
I love it. Well, guys, again, from the bottom of my heart, man, congratulations to both of you for 25 years of Born to Ride. I'm so proud to be a part of it, and hopefully continue to be a part of it. I'm super excited to get Dave Nichols involved and take this bad boy to the next level, like we always talk about doing, and we just keep on striving, and we're just going to keep going.
All right. Thanks, Flash.
Well, Flashzilla, you've been a big part of Born to Ride, and loyalty, and what you've been a part of, and helped us the success of this show, man, is so important. And it's just an honor to be here tonight in the studio with you. And just keep doing a great job, brother, because you got that smooth voice, and you got that radio style, and the Flashzilla himself.
Oh, yeah.
When's the next skate thing happening, man? I heard that was off the chain, bro.
It was off the chain. As a matter of fact, Matt the Brat just checked in right now, and it was a great time Friday night. Thanks to everybody for the. You know what's so funny is I just, as we were watching, I got dings on my phone that people are still buying tickets to watch the replay that we did. It was such a production.
There you
So it was a great time. So you keep stay tuned. I'll let you know about the next Flash.
Follow your passion, Flash, and we want to be a part of the next one as well. We want to just magnify the fun times because everybody, y'all start out going to skate land and skating. It's probably some of the first time you get of a boyfriend-girlfriend thing and, sneaking outside.
First kiss by the lockers.
Yeah, playing foosball and stuff and then getting in there trying to skate. I never was a good skater, but I dang sure went to skate land.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, just thank you, Flash, for everything, brother.
My pleasure, guys. All right, that's all the time we got. We will see you guys next Tuesday. Make sure you check out everything that has to do with motorcycles and the people that ride them, borntoride.com. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. You guys have a safe week.
Is your business becoming invisible? Create a great advertising relationship today with Born to Ride. Call 888-795-5779.
And now a special Father's Day message from Emily and Ronnie Galletti.
Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure. Whatever comes our way. I know we're gonna make it happen. Take the world and go on. Born to be wild. We can climb so high. I never wanna go. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Happy Father's Day from Born to Ride. Let's go for a ride. Woo! It's Father's Day, so we gotta celebrate a good day. We love you, Dad. We love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Daddy. We love you. We wish you, we kissed you. To all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day to Born to Ride. Thank you. Happy Father's Day of all the fathers and Born to Ride. Yeah. The motor's running. Heading on the highway. Looking for the adventure. We'll never come highway. This is for Father's Day.
Hey, what are y'all doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? What are you doing with the microphone and the camera set up?
Oh, we were just staying here, doing something like.
Because I thought we were going to go for a ride or something, and I didn't know the camera. What are you doing with the camera out here? You got something up your sleeve?
No.
Do you? No. Are you sure?
No.
Is that camera on? What are we doing?
I don't know. Mommy set it up for something.
She did. Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Born to be wild, born to be wild. Let's go shack some bait.